Costa Favolosa has officially been launched and is about to embark on her maiden voyage.
There's going to be problems.
This will be the first time she's ever been filled to capacity and the first time that she's welcomed paying guests.
This is not good.
No,
A new ice show, staff behaving badly.
Hope it will not happen again.
Tantrums and tragedy are all on the horizon. This is Cruise Ship Diaries. The Costa Favolosa is docked in Venice and is preparing to set sail on her maiden voyage.
Hello, fish, all right? Guests are coming. After 10 minutes, take your position on the decks.
The ship has been launched, christened, introduced to a select group of VIPs, and the critics' reviews have been only positive. So far.
Very successful.
Today is the first time she's set sail with a full complement of guests. Passengers pay high prices to be on this 11-day maiden voyage. So for the staff, there's no room for mistakes. Alessio, the Director of Services, is accountable for the quantity and quality of the fresh goods that must last the chefs for the next 11 days.
This is all the fresh fruit for the cruise. Everything is in order. I think we will end the cruise with this cold room almost empty.
He and the chefs have calculated what they will need for the duration of the cruise. If they've estimated wrong, well, let's just say that hungry guests are unhappy guests, especially at these prices.
It's freezing here, no?
Andrea is the cruise director and heads up the team responsible for guests having a good time, 24/7.
And it was a bit disappointing.
It's not starting off well for him.
Be more responsible for what we're doing.
Although the VIP inauguration was a success, Andrea's getting reports that some musicians are leaving their gigs early.
Because to leave a full lounge still with a lot of people, it is your duty, not because you are paid to do that, because you are musicians, and this comes from the heart, to be there for 15, 20, half an hour, maybe longer. It is what I expect from you, at least. Maybe it's not written, but this is what we expect from you.
The new show chosen by head office has the potential to rock the boat for Andrea and the entertainment department.
We've got a new show beginning soon, which is ice skating. I know that they're setting up the ice rink for the first time. Everybody's excited about it. It's brand new, we've never had it before, so I'm really interested to see that.
Performed on slippery synthetic ice, the choreography is a challenge for the dancers, who will be included in the performance.
It's dangerous for us, and so we have to be very careful.
I thought I was going to stand on it and it'd be like freezing, but it's not. It's very slippery because they put oil on it, so it is slippery. And also where their blades are on the ice, it sort of picks out little bits, and it's quite difficult.
If you guys are not happy, then you have to open your mouth and say something. And I knew the dancers were going to just be rowdy about it. You know, dance like we're not. We know, we're already dancing on a stage. Why we must now dance on oil? Just here to put it together and finish. Nothing more. It becomes a nightmare.
We need to hurry up, otherwise we won't be able to sail on time. Herbert, we need more people for embarkation, huh? This is not good. This fish is not good. I think we're gonna send it back. It's not fresh. You can see from the color here, it's not red. That means it's not fresh. The menu must be changed. So we're gonna try to order something for Istanbul.
Alessio will have to put in an emergency order of fresh fish that the ship can pick up when it docks in Istanbul. Right now he has to check that the 13 bars, 4 restaurants and 3 pool decks are ready for guests, who are already boarding. On this cruise, passengers will test new features like the 4D cinema and golf simulator.
Please, can you put me a little plate here to put the tongs inside? Thank you very much. Okay, stand by, Nice position. When the guests come, you show them the cabin. How are you?
She will email the agency. You may as well inquire at the same time that you're inquiring.
Bonjour.
Okay, I don't know French, sorry.
My name is Rory Young. I'm the golf club manager, golf professional on board the Costa Favolosa.
You want to play golf course or practice?
I don't quite understand everybody. Only speaking English, it's a bit of a problem.
Okay, just hold on. I get someone who speaks French.
The guy speaks only French.
Like you want.
Like I want.
Yeah.
Wait. You have to wait.
No, it's not possible for me.
Ah, you're left-handed.
I am left.
Ah, okay. Wait. Now. Wait. 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 When a different screen, no play.
What is the screen?
This screen. Picture. The picture.
That was difficult. This is the hard part about working on the ship.
Starboard 10. Starboard 10. Hey, Gerald.
How's it, Andrea?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
Very good, thanks.
With the synthetic ice rink now fully installed, the 4 skaters who embarked in Venice can begin their rehearsals.
You guys gotta be faster.
Natasha Lee Dan was the Danish figure skating champion for years. But working on synthetic ice is a challenge, even for veterans.
If it was in real ice, I would be more safe and sure about myself.
So, Natasha, we're gonna mark it for you guys. We're gonna mark it what we do with it, so that you know when we...
As brand new additions to the cast, the 4 skaters have not yet managed to break the ice with the dancers.
Okay, let's just do it again they've just met each other, they don't know each other, so I think there's going to be a little bit of personality clashes. I don't like you, I think you like this. There's going to be problems.
Is it cold when you...
What do you do with this?
Plastic.
While games in the Grand Bar keep the patrons entertained, in the theatre, the cast is desperately trying to get the ice show ready in time for the next night's opening. There is still a lot of work to be done. Although there's been no fighting between the dancers and skaters, cold shoulders seem to be getting in the way of any real progress.
Try it again, guys. Yeah.
See that this is just a slippery stage.
Because we want to keep it up the first one.
Okay, Gerald, this was the right movement, so we should redo this exactly like it was. Now it was perfect.
7, 8, up, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, high, boom, and slowly.
It's at the moment 1:30 in the morning. Yesterday we finished at 4:30, so hopefully we might finish a little bit earlier this evening.
Diagonal.
However, not all of the staff has their noses to the grindstone. Down in the crew bar, the night has just begun. At least for Rory, the lost in translation golf lesson this morning wasn't all for nothing.
For the screen to change.
Serena, who came to his rescue, doesn't seem to mind his lack of French. Rory has been called to Andrea's office for a private meeting. It seems he and Serena weren't very well behaved last night.
Hey, Rory. How are you?
Very good.
You? Perfect, thank you. Okay. I called you here because I got an email from staff captain.
Okay.
It's a report about last night. And there is another detail from the hotel director saying that you opened the golf club late.
Yeah.
It's your call to do whatever you want to do at night. I don't care. The thing is, if you open late, then you're at fault.
Yeah, I understand.
So, unfortunately, I have to issue an infraction for this circumstance. I hope it will not happen again.
No, definitely not.
It's like normal society. You have to follow rules, and some of them are a little harder to follow. But after a few months on board or a few weeks on board, you soon learn what you can and can't do.
Now on, hopefully, my 9 o'clock appointments will only be with girls and not with the cruise director, for a warning.
And up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Things are not going any better with the ice show.
Do another one. Do another one when you guys are waiting. So as Lauren's come down, you take it up.
The dancers still seem to be unresponsive, withdrawn and uncooperative.
It doesn't mean you've got to everything from the beginning. Because the whole thing in the beginning is just walk. It's just walk, 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 bump, and it just finishes this and it carries on. But you guys are like this. You can only try your best. You can only try to get through to them and say, listen, for you to be able to have a good contract, you have to work together. You can only do so much, and then we hope for the best. Okay, stand by, guys, do it again. Shall we go from the top?
So, have you changed your working hours for today? You're coming out?
The ship will dock in Istanbul this evening and will spend the night in port. Rory lines up a date with Serena.
It's the only overnight we're going to have, so we've got to get out and see the city and have a drink.
No, now you start. Cross down, 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 bump. get off. You guys can go immediately. You go.
The cast of the ice show must clear the theatre. They need to prep for showtime.
I think it's a very exciting thing to be able to know, okay, tonight we're going on and we're going to do it. If the audience want to dissect the whole thing, well, you know what, they can. What can we do?
This time, Rory's making sure that his courting of Serena happens well out of sight of the cruise director.
Beer? No. Where can we get a beer? This way?
Standby for everybody. 20 minuti, 20 minutes.
It's almost showtime for the cast of the ice show.
It's a little bit nervous, but it's good to be a little bit nervous.
The show's gonna be okay, but ask me when it's over.
Even though there has been very little communication between the two camps, the dancers and skaters seem to have reached an understanding.
There's still time for crew bar. I'm sure we'll make friends.
New people, new cultures. Leave it at that.
That coast.
How is everybody doing tonight? Ice and fire!
And went well.
Very good.
Today, most guests are ashore exploring Istanbul. Alessio's emergency order of fresh fish has arrived. While the few guests still on board enjoy the quiet time, out in the port, the unthinkable has happened.
I don't know what's going on right now, but I know that someone's just jumped over. I've just looked out the window and somebody jumped.
Excuse me, you are not allowed to inside. You come inside.
A man has jumped into the water and has not surfaced. The Coast Guard has only minutes to find him if he has any chance of surviving. After 10 full minutes, the divers make the find.
On the pier.
With guests returning to the ship and a looming departure time coming on fast, it has to be back to business for the Favolosa. Reports later confirm that the drowned man was not a passenger, but someone who jumped from the pier. Nobody knows why he jumped, but they do know that he didn't make it. He died before even getting to hospital. Despite the tragedy, the ship must leave Istanbul to stay on schedule. The Favolosa has had a rough start to her maiden voyage. At least the ice show has been well received. The second part of the cruise won't be any easier. There's certainly no smooth sailing ahead on Cruise Ship Diaries.